Boom! You hear that sound? That's Sergeant Kevin the Weasel on patrol. You stand accused of not having fun, and the verdict, not guilty, because you're listening to Kevin the Weasel on 102.6 KRBR, the station where you are legally incapable of having a bad time. Folks, we got a great show for you today here to bring the hype, bring the happiness, bring all those warm, fuzzy feelings, and you're going to need some warm feelings, let me tell you, because you won't be getting warm weather anytime soon. The cold is here, the rain has arrived in town. This is the time of the year to start throwing a zip-up hoodie over that pullover hoodie. Storms are on their way. We got a great playlist of the hottest hits coming your way. Fire by Jimi Hendrix, September by Earth, Wind & Fire, and Underwater Secrets from the original motion picture soundtrack of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Most importantly, though, we have Billy Joel's absolute classic, We Didn't Start the Fire, and that means it's time to talk about safety. Folks, we all know it's been a rough year. There's a lot going on in the world, and we'd all like nothing better than to curl up next to a nice warm fire and listen to those flames crackle. But fire season means, well, fire season, folks. That's the good kind of fire and the not-so-good kind of fire. We care about your health and well-being here at 102.6 KRBR, and yours truly, Kevin the Weasel, cares about you having a good time and getting some laughs. So we've got the best of both worlds for you here. It's time for... Sizzling Safety Tips! Fiery Fun Facts! All right, this list compiled by our lovely intern, Paige. Let's get a round of applause for Paige. Yeah. We've got 3 apiece for you today, 3 safety, 3 trivia. The complete list will be available at facebook.com/1026weaselboro just as soon as there's an open computer at the library for us to upload it. Let's get started. Sizzling Safety Tips! Keep the door of your fireplace closed whenever possible. Seems like an obvious thing, I know, but when it gets extra cold out, lots of folks like to leave the door open. Let the air in, let the heat out, you know. You know what else you're letting out when you leave that door open? Potential hazards. All kinds of fire, flames, embers, noises, all kinds of horrible stuff can get out of that fireplace. Keep those doors closed, people. Fiery Fun Facts. In Greek mythology, humans did not invent fire. It was stolen from the gods by the titan Promiscuous and gifted to humankind. Sizzling Safety Tips! Use proper tools when starting a fire. We all like to think we're big, tough guys, but you know what a real tough guy does? Use the right tool for the job. Use those hearthside tools, get yourself a long-handled lighter, and never, ever forget your ear protection. Fiery Fun Facts! The largest recorded urban fire in history is the Great Fire of London, which burned for a full week in the summer of 1669. The fire is rumored to have been started when an alpaca kicked over a lantern, igniting a conflagration that killed nearly 200 people. Sizzling Safety Tips! If there's a fire burning near you, consider playing the drums, using some power tools, or even getting outside and going for a walk. Don't walk and start fires at the same time, of course. I'm not 100%. That's like You'd have to be carrying like a torch or something. But don't do that. It's a bad idea. Wandering around outside with fire is that's like 110% chance of ending up on the other side of the river. Don't do that. Do something. My personal suggestion, throw on some 102.6 KRBR with Kevin the Weasel. Jam along to that sweet, sweet music and crank those tunes loud enough to drown out any other sources of noise. Fiery Fun Facts! Fire is one of the 5 classical Chinese elements, along with wood, water, earth, and metal. Fire is said to represent passion, intensity, and the small intestine. That's enough from fire. Time for some good old honest water as we're diving back into our listener mailbag. Let's see what Paige dug up for us this week. What do we got here? We got some folks who didn't make it onto yesterday's call-in segment. Our topic on Kevin's call-in was, of course, times you've been locked out. Let's take a listen to what we got here.
Hi, Kevin. This is Taylor. So I was looking through my neighbor's house the other day, and I found a safe in the garage. It's a good-sized safe, too, so there has to be all kinds of good stuff in there. The problem is I'm having a hell of a time getting into it. I've been through the whole house looking for combinations. I even took an angle grinder to it, but no luck. I don't know if you have any suggestions, but my neighbor's name was a Gilbert something. I didn't really know him very well, but if anybody out there knew a Gilbert, come talk to me and tell me maybe what his favorite numbers were, maybe his wife's birthday or something. I don't know if he had a wife actually, but yeah, if anybody knows or has any ideas, let me know. Thanks.
Thank you for the call in, Taylor. Sorry to hear about your issues. I'll put that out to my listeners and see if we can't pick their brains on how to solve that little problem. You get a page. It's pick their brains. Like, you pick someone's brain and you pick a walk. Like with lock picks, and then it's like eh. No, that's like a phrase. That's like a thing people say. Like pick someone's brain. Like you're just really getting in there and like learning something from them. And then lock picks. Lock picks, right? Well, yeah, but yeah. No, I've never said it, but it's a thing people say. Yeah. No, it's just one joke. It doesn't matter. Look, people like the jokes. People listen to the show, and people think that I'm funny, and I am funny, and people laugh at my jokes. Um. Uh. Um, fire sake voicemail, segues, safes, locks, gun safe. Hey, folks! All jokes about gun safes aside, here's some guns for you with a side of roses. November rain on the other side of the break. After that, Kevin's countdown. I tell you what, folks, I was putting this list together earlier today, and let me tell you, my number one created quite a bit of controversy around the office. People got some surprisingly strong opinions about this one. Top 10 nations in the Balkans coming up next. Catch you on the flip side, Weasels. Oh, yeah.